And if you ask that, where the cash at?
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This is taken at the 23. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
On second down, Montgomery. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Third and goal at the 4-yard line. Gibbs, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Here's Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bobby Wagner multiple times in All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. To throw on second is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Watson now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards that time for number 19. They'll run with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running right, this is Gainwell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, he'll hand this off. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now it's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 11 yards there, just like last play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go. Set. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Watson completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On first down, Watson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. Oh, good move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And a tackle for just a short gain.
To the air yet again. Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Gainwell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain.
So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
A give right side for Gibbs.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A gain there of 21 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
2nd and 2. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Montgomery. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Watson's going to throw here, caught by Addison.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
Down the sideline he goes.
And finally marked down at the 23. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell, 41 yards. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Lions 18.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Come on, come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game?
Well, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up. and Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. Powering his way forward. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll take this down inside the 45. Back to throw. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll set up a throw. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He'll keep it himself. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Hands it off out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is